Okay, we're going to take our next question, and it comes from Sheila. Sheila asks, some states are raising the legal standard for liability in nursing homes, so you can't sue if your loved one dies of COVID-19 in a home. Is that being discussed here, and how would it work? Thank you so much for that question, Sheila. What's your advice for her?
Well, Rocky, I believe that the governor has actually instituted an executive order that actually gives some immunity to healthcare workers and facilities during the COVID-19. I think there's going to be some dates restrictions on that. With respect to the nursing homes, I've not heard specifically if nursing homes will be included in those. My personal view is that obviously we need to protect our first line responders, and we all have respect for the healthcare workers and the wonderful job that they're doing. But with that said, we still need to be aware of the fact that when mistakes are made that are outside of the COVID-19, those types of mistakes should not be protected. I don't believe you necessarily grant immunity for that. And when you're looking at a nursing home case, when I look at nursing home and COVID-19, I look at it as, has that nursing home been responsible in its actions of how it dealt with the elderly, because they're such a vulnerable population. And Rocky, don't you think that in those particular cases, that if the nursing home has been completely negligent, has not taken the precautions that they need to do to protect those most vulnerable in our society, especially with this disease, that they should not be given full immunity?
Rocky, if you can respond briefly.
You know, Tim, if you think back to the history of immunity, we used to not be able to sue doctors and hospitals at all. And then they had a thing called the locality rule, which said you had to find a doctor in that community in the same specialty to say that another doctor was at fault. And then finally, there was some loosening up of the immunity requirements, and you were able to sue doctors with some certain hoops that you had to jump through. Coronavirus has changed that. The governor signed a bill, and I do believe it includes nursing homes. But anytime you give immunity to a profession, whether it's cigarette manufacturers or doctors fighting on the front lines, and I don't think those two people are equal, but I'm just making an example here, or even gun manufacturers, I have a problem with total absolute immunity. And so if there's a case of malpractice that has nothing to do with the coronavirus, I'm a little leery of something that gives somebody a free pass for that. I think that the time restriction in the order is going to expire here pretty soon. I don't know if that is constitutional, what the governor's done, but I don't know a lot of people that are going to challenge it right now, because at this point, everybody just wants to get, good medical care for people that are sick. So it is a very difficult issue to sort out, I think.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, again, this situation is just hitting closer and closer home for a lot of people, especially when you're looking at the nursing homes.